Whenever you think Libra, especially a deep dive of Libra in your natal chart, like you have Libra Venus, you have Libra Moon, you have Libra Neptune. Off the bat, we must know that we're dealing with the heart. Libra and the heart go together. And so, in a very reductionist way, this is astrological sign. Your main purpose is to find balance. But to find balance, you must first know what is not balanced. And to feel that through the heart, which is what Libras do, so that means themes of family is going to show up as a very big point in your life. Themes of anything you love deeply is going to show up as very contentious themes in your life. And where love is concerned, you are concerned. Where love is broken, you're broken. And you're going to feel it in a way that is intense. And like I said, if you're like a Libra Venus, I empathize before I judge you. If you told me you're a Libra Venus and there's certain family things you went through, your father wasn't present, your mom was super masculine, you didn't know your father, I'd be very gentle with you up front, because then I know that the throat chakra is going to be affected by whatever isn't balanced in the heart. Remember, there's two knock-on effects to an unbalanced heart with a Libra. The one is how your throat is affected in either it congeals and doesn't say anything, or it's too open. And so the throat and the mouth and the mind, whatever comes in, goes out the mouth. Very little time to ground or speak from grounding. So fast, quick. And that's imbalance. That's not you. That's an imbalance. Some people identify with their consequences, or rather the context of certain things they went through in their life. Libras can absorb that, become the identity of it, which is like a pseudo-identity. And then where they speak from is from throat, pineal, and crown. But your essence is your heart. So unbalanced heart means that this side of you is more prominent, the thinking mind, the overthinking mind. The other side is the stomach. So when I see someone and read people who are Libra, such an intuitive sign, inspired by the heart, you don't know how powerful you are. You think you know how powerful you are, but you don't realize it. So as a consequence of this absence of knowing, especially in a non-prideful way, so power is never spoken. It's rather given to you as a reward and validation in the eyes of a stranger. But one area, for example, that takes another knock if the heart is imbalanced is your stomach. And stomach is your portal to either good dreams or bad dreams. But think of it like this. The stomach is your kitchen. If you don't clean the kitchen, if you don't put away the pots, if everything is dirty and you say, I'll do it later, I'll do it later, I'll do it later, and something else takes your attention, so like a hot air balloon goes up to the mind and the stomach feelings is not dealt with, dishes is not washed, dishes is not put away, then the heart becomes an environment where there's a connection intuitively that wants to take place via the ancestral realm, via your soul, or just the experience of being outside the body. You have such potential as a Libra to connect so phenomenally to the dream space, but if the kitchen is dirty, if your stomach is not regulating feelings, and you hold to yourself, and you don't let go, you're not going to get the best out of your dreaming experience. In equal measure, when it comes to confidence, when it comes to knowing, when it comes to reading people and discerning, this will be like an on-off experience if unbalanced. If the heart is unbalanced, then it affects the stomach in sleep as well. Sleep will not be great. It will be on-off, on-off. And Libra loves sleep. Libra absolutely loves sleep. Don't disturb a Libra's sleep. They can sleep deep. Why? Because when a Libra is outside of the body and outside of the emotional body and the mental body, and you drop deep into your heart space, it's like getting lost into a forest. And like Mother Nature takes you into her womb and she shows you everything. But that's when there's balance. So that's why when it comes to the mom and the dad departure point as a human being, as a Libra, you got to care for those two sides. And 9 times out of 10, Libra is born with an imbalance. So either like the father is not known, or there's no connection to the dad, or there's something missing that area, and then the mom is hyper masculine, or it's the other way around. You will be born with a bit of a imbalance. The idea is to not identify with it and then regulate, especially using your very gifted ability to connect to that which is outside of your body. And one of those themes that really help you connect, one of the aids that help you connect is nature. It is so wonderful when I see a Libra have, they have a very masculine side to them and a very rebellious side to them. And you can't tell a Libra what to do, how to do it. They must figure shit out by themselves. Who are you? Who are you? That's when you know, imbalance Libra, but chilled vibes. But one place that nurtures them is their relationship with rebelling against like medication, Western medication, and turning to that natural remedies. That's why a lot of these Libras don't get sick easy. Why? Because there's a sensitivity from the heart that says, this is good for you. Nature is good for you. This medication is making you feel like this. So anytime you face that struggle to flow in the stomach, turn to an adaptogen. If you face that, I can't get out of my mind, geez man, reishi is your friend. Cordyceps is your friend. Lion's mane is your friend. If you want to care for the issues of relationships, which will be a big theme. Your relationship with relationships will be a massive theme in your life. In an indulgent, codependent way, in a loving, deep, overwhelming way, and not maybe knowing enough when it comes to love, especially establishing self-love first before you just take all of that energy and dump it onto someone else. You sometimes forget that not many people they're not used to the amount of love that a Libra can give, and that's why you'll always feel like there's more being given on your side than being received. But there's so many cool dynamics to read as you break down this Libra, energy, especially where love is concerned, family is concerned, your relationship with love, yourself, self-love. So I'm going to leave it there because the series is there for a reason. We'll tackle different, facets as and when it shows up intuitively with me. But I just thought I'd share this with Libra, especially, like I said, just the theme of balance, and then turning to Mother Nature in your body to balance what is out of balance in the mind, especially, and in equal measure in the stomach. And then the throat chakra. It's not coincidental that a Libra has a healthy or unhealthy relationship with throat chakra, but in a healthy way, speaking your truth, and equally so singing, humming, the connection to air flowing through this focal point. It's just above your heart. It's a very powerful place to care for, especially in a creative way. So singing goes together with the Libra. Creativity. You guys know you got vibes, especially where your hands are concerned. Musical instruments, baking, doing things from scratch, DIY. You will understand so much more of yourself when you use these natural things to regulate and find balance. But you must watch the series if you want more. I'm going to keep it at that. I hope you enjoy the series, and look forward to connecting with you guys one-on-one.